Let's go!
Let's go! Welcome in, McVin. Happy Thursday, almost to the end of the week. SPR, card, emo, skill, blade. Board, welcome in. I think that's the first time. No, that's not true. I was gonna say, I think that's the first time someone used that emote, but, I've seen it before. Twitch doesn't want to calculate your stream streak? Fucking cringy, dude. So tonight, I'm trying to add the skill system. Basically, it's the thing where every time you level up, you get to pick one of three things. It's the thing that every balatro like needs. I don't even know if origin point matters. For the way that I'm using it, I think having it in the middle would still be for the best. Just in case. If it wasn't obvious, these are not, these are not going to be the final images for these cards. You thought of hitting a level and having, like, 2 options on level up? You thought of tits for some reason? Why? What in the world gave you that idea? How am I going to keep track of which thing gets what image? I guess it would be best to put it in the skill itself.
Let's go!
Let's go! Welcome in, monster. What happened to your streak? I wonder if maybe I did a test stream or something and scammed you. That's how the levels work there? Oh, you're talking about Trials in Tainted Space. I thought you were talking about the VTuber plugin that is how people throw things at VTubers. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I did not engage with Trials in Tainted Space mechanically, so I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that in the slightest. You're wondering the same thing? Yeah. I mean, we're in a VTuber space. It's only natural. Dang! Congrats on your 170 foul. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy that nobody else has a streak like that. Yeah, I get your numbers up, McVin. You're slacking. Card art equals SPR card. You're unemployed? You sure are. You are 105? Man. I mean, I know in my heart that you have a 100 plus streak. No one can take that away from you. You're employed and still had 180 in scars before your vacation? That's crazy. You became temporarily less employed and it fucked up your streak? That's a rookie mistake, dude. What are you doing? Okay, let's see. We can close all this for now. Okay, so this is speed. So all of these will get speed card art. Can ask the universe to give Fao a decent paying job. I would like that very much. I still didn't track what this is. This is, magic. Okay. That makes the last one sword. What did I call it? Oh, blade. I was like, I know my ass did not type out sword when naming this sprite, so what the fuck did I call it? Since the universe won't kill off the right person, maybe it'll do this one thing right? That's crazy. You sound like someone who works on their own car. This car that doesn't do everything breaks on this car. Maybe the one part that hasn't broken on it yet will continue to work right forever. Absolute loony bin behavior. Oh, I need to make like generic cards too. Uh, generic level up cards. You have full restore. Refresh all HP. Reset mana and break. Are you wrong though? Yes! As a matter of fact, you are. I would not say you are in the wrong for wanting to believe. But I do think you are silly. Random weapon rank up. Your car tried to cuck you last night by hitting you with the check engine light. Oof! Brutal. It's been going for years. That is fair. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Stat up. Random stat up. And that'll probably do it. That'll probably do it for like generics, because counting all weapon ranks and all stats, if I make each one an individual card, That's a decent generic pool. Alright. I need to make art for... quote-unquote make art for these. So back in we go. Give me that Maxim tomato, dog. Ah, perfect. SBR card. Generic heal. Bro's changing genres as easily as he breathes. So here's the thing. This is not a decision that was made today. This was a change that I made prior to me getting back into working on this game. So I had been working on this pivot for a while now. Because what occurred to me is I was playing Front Mission 3, as I do on the regular, and I was like, damn, I should play the other Front Missions instead of replaying 3 all the time. And then I remembered I play 3 all the time because it's the only one that has the really awesome battle skill system where you can learn skills based on what parts you have equipped. And it's really fun being like, ooh, what skill am I gonna get from this part? And then realizing it's ass, or it's like a skill that you need to remember to get in every run from now on. And I also looked at the cast of all the Front Mission games, and in like every other Front Mission game, there's like 2 girls tops. And then in the Elisa campaign of Front Mission 3, there's like 6. You can field a full party and then some of Girls' Night. And I'm like, ah, those are the 2 big reasons why I keep playing Front Mission 3. I keep playing this game, damn, it would sure be great if it had like a randomizer. And then I thought to myself, okay, that's a game that I want to play that doesn't exist. That is the game that I should be making. So I was already making a very Front Mission inspired project. So now I'm just pivoting. I'm only pivoting a little bit, realistically. And this means I don't have to write a story. I don't have a fucking story to tell. I've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with that for a while. I don't really have a story to tell. So being able to just throw something out there where the gameplay can speak for itself and I don't really need to write any sort of plot, we're chilling. I think that's the move. Okay, I need art for weapons and I need art for stats. What the fuck imagery could I use for stats? I guess I could do like a spreadsheet. Hmm. Card generic stat. And I need something for weapons. I guess I could just look up weapons. Also, welcome in, Mino. Happy Thursday. I know it's not... Thursday doesn't mean the same thing for you that it means for the rest of us, but for the rest of us, we're getting towards the end of the week. Which is cause for celebration. Card, generic... W rank. Okay. Create sprite. SPR card. Generic heal. And I probably need some sort of object that keeps track of what all these do. Or maybe not. Let's start with, okay, let's start with making the menu first. First and foremost, let's get the simple stuff out of the way. So, I need to pop a menu. Where would that be? Here? No, I need a queue. Okay. Let's go to initialize. Global dot, Level ups. And then we'll do add XP. Which is here somewhere. I need scripts. There you are. Add XP. Okay, so this is on level up. We want to then check if... Okay. I need another variable to check and see if this is character XP or not. Unit is unit. And it will be false by default. If is unit, array push, we want to push global dot level ups. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Unit equals no one. There, we'll do that. That'll make this easier to work with. If unit is not equal to no one, unit. Get acting unit. Because the battle unit is what has the skill tree, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I think I might be wrong about that. It is, in fact, here. Okay. So instead of get acting unit, it should be get acting unit dot card data. Has anyone else seen the FNAF 2 trailer they dropped today? I have not seen it. I am aware that it exists, but I have not seen it. Has anyone else seen that Killing Floor 3 dropped today? And apparently, it needs a little bit more time in the oven, so I'll give it some time before I actually decide to check that out. Isn't there already a FNAF 2? No, the movie. They're making a second movie. Yeah, I'll let Killing Floor 3 cook for a little bit longer. There was a movie? Yeah. Is the movie just a theory? I guess technically the second one is currently. Yeah, Markiplier was in it and everything. And then in the... Oh wait, no, I think it would be here. Hmm. How do I... Markiplier is not in the first one? Yes, he is! He's supposed to be, but he was busy filming his movie. Oh, okay, so he's gonna be in the second one. Set this to -1. I think. And then here... We'll do this. If array length global dot level ups event delay equals -1, and we need to make a UI object. Let's see. Menu button act. Battle status, post move act. Let's do duplicate post move act. UI battle. We'll just do UI level up. Battle, post, move, act. Let's see how this is placed. Do this. Markiplier is just in the corner as a face cam the whole movie. Yeah, exactly. Matt Pat and Corey Kenshin were in the first one. Oh, I was thinking of Matt Pat. My mistake. They both start with M. I got them confused. I push array menus, F and position sub, F and new sub, UI, level up. You will be at 0. You will be at, let's see, let's say 300? iPad's too busy with politics now. He's in New Game Plus, dude. He's running side quests. Honestly, I'm so happy for him. I used to be a little Matt Pat hater. I thought it was cringe when he was at his YouTuber peak. But as someone who got through one whole YouTube career and got out and is just a well-adjusted, healthy individual at the end of it all, I couldn't be happier for the guy. Let's see. Page height? What is page height by default? Check out event inherited. Okay, it didn't like that, I guess. Page height is 10 by default. That's probably fine. I don't think I need to fuck with that. I like how Pewds just kind of got out and became a family man. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Button back, I should get rid of. There's no back button for this menu. Button back. Initialize width. Which apparently only takes width. You can go away. Okay, so we initialize for game width. You are Booba? Welcome in, Booba. I would say congratulations. I don't know if you need that much help. Either way, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Congrats on almost making it to the end of the week. Booba or no. I don't need this here. I need to make 3 options. Squats? Okay. Ugh. Squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Squats completed. Let's see. For now, let's just do this. For I equals 0, I is less than 3. I plus plus. Button equals new sub. Menu button, which I don't want it to be act. I want this to be... In fact, I don't even know if I need to initialize this. Hang on. Resizes all sub-elements. Button up, button down. Oh, I do need to initialize it because it sets the button connections, which is important. But I would like to change the button height. That would be nice. Okay. I will add this after all. H height. Width height is equal to -1. If height is not equal to -1, then button height is equal to h. That should not break anything. We'll do... I do need to have a separate button for it, I believe. Make a copy here. Menu button, level up. I'll say we'll make this source skill. Buttons by default have text main, and that's it. Okay. I have to keep that in mind. If an update, I probably don't need all of this. Set targets. I probably don't need all of this. Anything else been edited here? Okay, I think that's good. Let's do this with text main. Friend of yours has been playing a lot of balatro lately. Nice, nice. Welcome in, Jade. I see your friend has excellent taste. Gonna do a quick refresh here because this bitch is being stubborn. There we go. I'm doing pretty good. I do need a re-up of my drink. So I will probably refill that relatively shortly. It is a little toasty in here, actually. Ooh. Summer is in full swing after all. It is starting to get pretty warm outside. Congrats on the 10 stream streak. Wonder if you can keep it up this time. I mean, just ask McVin, who apparently lost a over 100 stream streak because Twitch just decided. They were like, you know what? Nah, you don't have that anymore. So best of luck. Hopefully Twitch will not be as fickle with you. And you button... Level up. And we'll initialize this to be game width, and then... Probably like 300? You think you figured out your AC situation for your car? Oh, hell yeah. Dude, car without the AC? Absolutely brutal. You're in the oven. Let's see, we don't need to do anything with this for now. We can leave that empty. And we'll do text main.dText equals, make it rich text. Option I. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. If I run this, That's when you strap bags of ice to the front of the window area and open your windows and have the air blow through the ice. Honestly, not the worst idea. Uh, quite expensive and kind of short-term solution, but like physics-wise, should work. Oh right. Let me show you what I've accomplished slightly prior to stream. We have the meters. The meters work now, which is great. The objective for today is to have the skill select show up when you level up. So, this should be enough to get a level up. No, it crashed! What's not working here? A new button to level up. On object.text main is not set. Okay, hang on. Text main, which is right here, you did in fact inherit the event from your parent UI menu button, which has text main right here. What went wrong? UI menu button level up. Menu button level up, which is here. Oh, whoops, my mistake. I'm calling text main within itself. That's not supposed to be what that's doing. Okay. This is good. We're getting somewhere. Oops. I shouldn't have pressed enter. That's on me. But okay. So that is about what I want that to look like, except not at all. But like it's there, it's showing up, which is good. First things first. These buttons way too big. Let's try 150. Oh, I see what's happening. It's the background. Which I will need to do something about. I think I do like this size. Probably. I might make it a little bit bigger. Let's go 200. I definitely misunderstood what was going on, and I thought the button was taking up, like, the entire lower part of the screen, but no, that was the menu background doing that. I do, yeah, I think this is... I don't know, actually. Because I don't know how big I want the card to be. I'll stick with this for now. Okay. Initialize. This does something. With poly body, width, height, times page H. Ah, that's why that's doing that. Okay. Page H equals page H. Okay. So then what I want to do UI level up. We want page H to be 3. Page H equals 3. That way, yeah, that's much better. And now I can see that I definitely don't want these bars to be this big. Yeah, we'll do 150. And I need an additional thing. Poly background equals fn new sub. Places it within subs array at position I if negative, places at the end. I was gonna say, why did I need to specify if negative if I place it at the end by default? And then I realized, oh, right, -1 is probably the default value for I. Okay. That makes sense. UI poly at 0. We want this to be in the back. And we also want to position this... Ooh. That is... Actually, I can just set the fucking... I can set the position in the create event since it's going to be in the same place every time anyways. I'm not even worried about it. So I don't even need to position sub. Y equals 300. And then position sub 0 negative y. And that is the end of the Gunhound playlist. Mission online OST. On a different note, I've been curious about this for a while. How does one get a gauge graphic to fill up? Okay, let me walk you through it. So if we go here and blow these motherfuckers up, basically what's happening is what the fuck? What? Why has this happened? Why has this happened? This is supremely strange. Uh, well, anyways, I'll worry about that later. But basically, this is split up into 3 graphics that are layered on top of each other. And then the middle graphic, which is the filler for the gauge, there is a draw command to only partially draw a certain amount of a graphic. So I'm just taking the ratio of how much XP you have relative to how much XP you need to level up, taking that fraction and going, okay, show that percentage of the left side of this sprite. So the closer it gets to 100%, the more of the image it shows starting from the left. It's a pretty easy way to make complicated looking gauges without having to figure out like masking and shit. But you are limited in that it always makes that that hard vertical line at the end. I wouldn't be able to use that strategy to make like a circular gauge, for example. That one, you'd probably have to get a little bit more math involved. If you want to do a circular gauge that's less than 180 degrees, you could do a similar trick by making a half circle that's your filler, and then masking it, doing some masking, and having it so it's only visible when it's within the gauge graphic that's over it. You could do something similar, but it would use different logic. But okay, why the fuck is this happening? I'm glad to help. I love explaining how my code works. It's very... I fucking love yapping, unsurprisingly. Okay, what if I set this to 0? What happens then? Right. That is where it's supposed to be. Okay. So if I set Y before this happens, this blue background gets moved down a little bit. The buttons get moved down like a multiple, which is very strange. What is the parent event here? What do you do in the create event? And then update. What does update do? Okay. Why would you behave like this? This does not make sense. I love yapping, never would have imagined. I know, it's a surprise to us all. Yeah, it moves it down like twice as far. It definitely has something to do with the fact that it's like... It's something to do... It's like, it's multiplying the position relative to itself. I don't know exactly why it does that, which is very annoying. Do I need to change the position after creating everything? Is that what's fucking me up? In which case I will need something else for that. Let's see. Let's see if this helps matters. Maybe it's because I'm changing the position before initializing, which is fucking it up somehow. It is. Okay. I, for the life of me, have no idea why that happens, but at least we know. And now that tells me I need to store this as a variable to use it later so I don't fuck up the logic. The reason I need to do this will become apparent later. Probably way later now that I think about it, but it will be important later, I promise. Y equals y. This will be negative y. With polybg fn color c black, and then fn alpha 0.6. House of Mouse moment, absolutely. Hmm. Oh, I know why. I didn't set the ding dag on size. Silly me. And it's square. Okay. And it's square. Game width. Game height. I'm glad we seem to have stopped being the House of Mouse. True. Yeah, we haven't had any rodent friends in a hot minute. There we go. Okay. Now, I think I want this to be a little bit further down. We'll try 400. Not that you've seen anyway. True. There's... They're everywhere. We just don't know. I think I want this to be a little bit darker. We'll do 0.7. And then we'll run this a little bit lower. Do 400, which is probably a little bit too much. No, we have some in the yard, but only the dog ever sees them. The keen senses of a canine. That reminds me, I was doing some reading on the Borzoi, and I learned the reason that they are good at hunting wolves is it's all in the snoot. The snoot serves as like a pole arm. Because it's so long, they have the range advantage over wolf snoots. Just look at a Borzoi long ass face and just know that's the tip of a javelin right there. Absolutely lethal. Okay, and now we need... I will probably need a show tween, but we can worry about that later. I will need to make a new special UI element. This one will be very unique. Let's see, battle, XP... No, it's not here. Is it just in battle? It is. Create object, UI, level up, card. That's a spear version of a byte? Yeah, exactly. UI main. Step, draw GUI. There we are. We're gonna override. This is gonna be a brand new event. Draw sprite. What is it? Is it stretch? No. Position? Yes. Sprite index. So first we need to check if we have a valid sprite index. Rug, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Congrats on making it mostly through the week. You're in ads? Rip. I'll welcome you back later. If sprite exists, sprite index. We're gonna inherit. I suppose I should use the DX. I don't think it matters, thankfully. So hopefully it'll be fine. Corner X. We're gonna say, let's see. 800 by 600. Let me check something. I need to get a rough estimate here. We want roughly... I need a neater number than this. Oh, that's not great either. I do not want to go all the way to 800 by 600. That's way too big. Alright, none of these numbers clean. Okay, 450 by 600. I can work with that. $450 divided by 2 would be 450 divided by 2 would be 225. So, okay, now I can welcome you in. Welcome in, Rug. Congrats on making it to Thursday, mostly through the week. Hopefully it's been a good week for you. 225, and I assume this goes from top left and then clockwise, so I would want 225. Actually, I feel like there's... I think there's a better way to do this. Card width equals 450. Card height equals 600. And we can work with it from there. Here we go. Card flip, I guess. Flip scale. We'll say that's 50. Talk about long snoot guy thinking about what dog breeds must look like from a wolf's perspective. That's what I was telling Foul. Like, to a wolf, a Borzoi is probably like Slenderman. Alright, 5th month of recovery after your accident. Oh shit, what happened? I don't think I'm privy to the nature of the accident. If you don't mind sharing, if it's a more personal matter, don't let me pry. Let's see. Subimage 0 x1 would be... Okay, this is where I want my x's to come into play. Where x equals, and we're going to go in order. X plus minus card width. Card width times 0.5. And we want negative, then positive, then positive, then negative. And then we do the same thing for y. And for this, we want negative, negative, positive, positive. Please don't blow it out of proportion. Okay, if you say that it's not a big deal, then I will not treat it as a big deal. X 0, Y 0. We're going to speed this up a little bit. Zero, 1, 2, 3. And alpha 1. We're going to set sprite index equal to... Let me get heal by default. And then I need to place that. Any button level up. Blown up by a forklift propane tank? Holy moly. That's fucking terrifying. That's the, like, when I think forklift accident, getting blown up is definitely not what comes to mind. I would have expected, like, skewered or run over. But I guess that's how they get you. It's the one that you don't think about that gets you. UI menu, where? Here we go. LEBG, and then sub card equals FN position sub. I can probably set the X and Y value in the object itself. But I might need that later. Nah, we'll set it in the object. It's probably fine. I'm sure it will be fine. UI level up card. And here we set X equal to let's do this. X is equal to card width plus 200. And then Y equal to game height times 0.55. Why is Twitch telling you can join me on my stream with a green button that says join? That's crazy. I don't even think I have you added as, like, a stream together favorite. I have no idea why it's trying to gas you up like that. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Maybe I do want the card to be a little bit bigger. Let's see. 450 by 600 is pretty clean. Where was it? Where was it? What was the number that I just said? Oh, 480 by 640. That works. 480 by 640. On one hand, it would suck to have it happen to you, but in the moment, I feel like it'd be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's definitely like it's like I wouldn't want to go through it for damn sure, but to survive it is like, well, now you got a life change. Now you got the life story. That shit's gonna go absolutely bonkers in any storytelling scenario. Okay, now I want you to be a little bit lower and a little bit more to the left. I'm gonna do like plus 100 times 6. It's staring at you and you're frightened. I don't think, like, I don't even know what would happen if you pressed it, because I'm pretty sure I have it set so that it's, like, not allowed. Oh, right, you got here late. The Maxim tomato is a placeholder image. It's probably pretty obviously. But, there's the cards are gonna have different pictures based on what skill it is. The Maxim Tomato is a placeholder for one of the generic level up options, which is a full restore, which probably should not show up outside of combat. I'll have to keep that in mind. Always choose tomato. I think I want that to be a little bit higher, honestly. I think I'd rather have it be higher than lower. Let's get you at like 50. Oh, wait, I see why. It's because it's centered. So there's actually no reason for me to have extra room there. Let's go back to 55. Kendall's gonna place a patent on the Maxim Tomato? Nah, that's HAL Laboratory. Sakurai would never do that to me. Okay, I like that. I think I want the whole menu to be a little bit lower. So I'm going to push this back down to 0.6. And go to UI level up. We're going to set this to 450. We're going to see how that looks. Now both your partners refer to you as Big Boss from MGS? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Are you a fellow poly enjoyer? Or are you talking about, like, work partners? Do I dare push it to 6.5? No, I think this is as good as it is. Okay. Now, time to get a little crazy. I say, and then I go dead silent. I need to open up Desmos yield graphing calculator, old reliable. I need to figure out what type of sine wave I'm trying to make here. Your coworkers would not dare refer to you as that. Understandable. Sine of x. We start with the basics. Okay, what about squared? What about thirded? Okay, that looks fucking wacky. That's not what I'm looking for. X squared? Nope. That's also not it. How do you make... I used to know how to do this, and now I don't remember. I hope someone here has an understanding of math for what I'm about to ask. Let me open up Photoshop. Actually, I don't need to make a new... We can just hide all of this shit. Okay. So, normally you have a sine wave, and it Here we go. And it does... Let me make it bigger. And it does this. So what I'm looking for... I'm going to make this red to showcase the difference here. What I'm trying to make is something like this, where it caps at the top, and then it very quickly goes to the other end. And then it very quickly goes to the other end, and it caps, and then does this. I used to know how to make this kind of wave with math, and I do not remember for the life of me. Does anybody know what kind of, like, what formula I have to put in to square out the sine wave like that? And I also have some comp sci friends that I will probably pose this question to as well. They would probably have... Someone in there assuredly knows what I'm asking for. I just don't know when anyone would bother responding to it. You have terrible memory for formulas? That's okay. I figured it was worth asking. I'll have to keep messing around in Desmos for the time being. See if I can't figure something out. Secant of x squared tripled? No. X squared? Nope. That was kinda close to what I was looking for. Cotangent x squared. Nope, that doesn't do it. Okay. Tangent x see, I can get, like, the plateau effect, but only with the tangent wave, which is extremely unhelpful to me. Wait. No, that's... What the fuck is this, man? Maybe I could just go how to make a squared sine wave. Oh, this is this is like actual electrician shit. I mean mathematical square wave, not electronic. How to make a square wave in math. Square wave, also called a pulse train, is a periodic waveform. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so a true square wave is not what I'm looking for either. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for an oval pattern. Sort of. I'm trying to visualize it in my brain. A circle, as it spins, the y value evenly moves up and down. If it's an oval, if it's an maybe I could just make it a slower sine wave. I'm so annoyed that I definitely used to know how to do it and now I can't, and it's really bugging me. But whatever. I'll just do sine wave for now. Fourier series. Nope. Alright. Probability. What are the odds? Oh, brother. I also failed, well, not probability, but I failed my first college statistics course. And it's funny. I really seemed to get it the second time around. Cause when I took it the second time, it was like giga easy. I was flying through that class. So I guess I just needed to start the course over from scratch, and it clicked the second time. I have no idea what the difference was. Okay. So we're gonna do x 0 plus equals card flip scale times, and we want to get sine of current time times 0.001 plus 0.2? I think we want it to be plus 1. At least. Maybe 1.2. Which means I might need to make the flip scale a little bit smaller. Or I could do interpolation. Interpolate between... Yeah, okay. Plus lerp. I'm gonna lerp between 0.5 and 0.6. And then when it goes negative, it'll go backwards to 0.4. And we can adjust that as necessary. Oh, the clincher? You had a super easy time in class, then when it came time for the final exam, you could never get it right. Oh, man. Brutal. Is that the case for a lot of tests for you? Because I've always considered myself an above average test taker. But I've definitely had some tests like that. It fucking sucks, dude. And then we do the same thing for Y. Let's do var time, so that way I only need to adjust this in one place. Time. And we do the same thing here for 0, 1, 2. And then we want the inverse. We want to make it opposite. Hopefully this doesn't look fucking too crazy. Okay. I can go more than that, but also, it is working. Also, it can definitely go a little bit faster. You're in trouble? What happened? We'll double that, make it a little bit more drastic. We'll do a flip scale of like 80. And we need time to be like here. Actually, it didn't matter. For I equals 0, I is less than 4. Partners are staring you down with hungry eyes. I see. Well, it was nice knowing you. X of I plus equals, we'll say 50 times sine of time. Hmm. I think I see... I think I see where I went wrong. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. I think what I want is cosine. Gotta get the waves to work together. Hmm. No, that's not it either. What the fuck? Hmm. Does it need to be just like... regular? No, that definitely didn't do it. Why? Why are you like this? Hmm. Sine of time over 2. And then I think we need to add a little bit of, plus pi. Actually, let me... I always forget how to properly put in the angles for this shit. GML... Here we go, GM Live. Show debug message. What is sine, not dine, sine of pi? 0, okay. Sine of pi times 2 is probably also going to give me 0. What is cosine of pi? Okay, cool. So it is just throw in pi. So if we just add pi, what does that look like? That doesn't do it either. But I feel like the timing is about right. Okay, what about cosine? No, that's not it either. Sine plus pi times 0.5. Okay, let's try the other direction. Times negative 0.5. Or maybe it's just negative pi that I need. Times negative 1. Hmm. Times negative 0.075? It's so close. It's so close to being lined up. I think I got it. I think I got it. All right. Sick. Now I need something else to help sell the illusion. I'm trying to go for like the card is turning. I'm trying to figure out what else I need. Also, the swaying back and forth definitely needs to be a little bit more subtle. I could probably have that like top right corner move a little bit. That would probably help. Yeah, we can definitely have this move not so exaggeratedly. And then Y1 specifically. This will be 9 to 8. Let's see how this looks. Hmm. I think I have it backwards. Let's try negative. See if that works. Oh, wait. Hang on. Maybe if I do positive flip scale instead. It do be floating. I'm just trying to make it float a little bit more convincingly. Let's try this. This fucking gnarly ass formula. See if this gets me anywhere. Wait. What? Why? What am I missing? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. I need another closer. There we go. What's Nikali from again? I forget. That's a fighting game, right? Is that Street Fighter? Why am I not convinced? Ugh. Okay, maybe we do try negative. Aha! Okay. I was almost certain, just not 100%. I'm not sold. I don't think this is working. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't change the ding daggone index. I thought it looked weird. It was like the top right corner, I swear is not actually moving. Street Fighter 5, the pseudo villain nobody asked for. Ah, yes. No, that's still not doing it for me. Okay, let's try adding. Hmm. We're slowly figuring something out. Thought Street Fighter 5 story mode was a joke. I mean, yeah, it's a fighting game story. They, especially back in back when 5 was out, it was not the craziest priority to have a good story. Okay, let's do let's do 3, 4. I don't want it to move as much in these corners. Apparently the design of the new avatar series is out. Ooh. With a peg leg? That's crazy. We're starting to get somewhere. We're starting to get somewhere. It's starting to feel right. I think I need to do it in the opposite corner as well. So that would be Y3. And then we want negative here. I think this is it. I think we've got our our motion of the ocean. I think the very last thing that would really sell it is if I could get a little bit of shading on it. And I'm pretty sure I think I can do that. Hang on. Draw straight. Oh, there's no position color option. That's annoying. However, I could do... Draw... No. Okay, I think what I have to do is... grab Part Mission 5 soundtrack now. Okay. That was the cursed period where Capcom wanted to be Tekken Guilty Gear without realizing that you need to make it obvious when something shouldn't be taken seriously. I mean, in their defense, it's fighting games. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just thought people weren't taking it seriously by default. I couldn't blame them for that. I do think 6 was a very marked improvement, at least. Draw polygon. Draw primitive. That's what I'm looking for. Primitive begin. Primitive triangle list. Draw primitive end. Draw vertex. Vertex color. Let's see. We want X0, Y0. We want this to be C white 1. And then we do 3 of these. These 2 will be 0. This will be the top right, so we need x1, y0. And then we need to swing back to the bottom left, so that'll be x0, y0, 1, 2, 3. 0. Oh wait, I'm a fool. It'd be 1, 1, 0, 1, 3 is what I want. And then we do C black for these, Ketis on black. And for this, we want 0, 1, 2, 3, 1. Or I guess we could do 2, 1, 3 as well. Either one works. That way I don't have to change these other 2. Beautiful. So we're going to want that to be a little less intense. And it needs to also sine wave in and out. This is going to go absolutely crazy. Let's see. We grab you. Put you here. And it needs to be 2 to 4, so it inverse lerps all the way to 0. At least the character creator is good. Yeah. Okay, perfect. But it's backwards. I need that to be white when it's on the left side. But that means I can take this whole thing and slap it here, and it'll be perfect for that one. Would switching it to cosine work here? Because I can't do negative lerp. I don't think this will work. And I can't do 4 to 2 because that is not how that works. I could do 2 to 0, and then that inverse lerps back up to 4. Maybe that'll do it. Try that on a cat, get negative merp? Absolutely. You know, turn in early? Oh, that's good. You were trying to sleep earlier, weren't you? So that works out. Have a good EP, have a good day tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Why didn't that work? Or maybe it did, and it's just too subtle. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Okay. We do 0.5 to 0. Actually, that might be too severe, but we'll see. You're alive? That was fast. Why is that suddenly... Did I change the wrong value? I did. I super did. This was actually fine at 2 to 0. This is the one that needs to be changed. 2 to 4. 3 to 6? It's a little bit better. I think the highlight can be a little bit more subtle, or maybe not. Yeah, no, I think that sells it. I'm liking this very much. And just letting you catch your breath. Ah, I see, I see. Okay. We got some shit. This is looking very nice. I'm wondering about the speed of the rotation. This is probably fine. I think what I want is for the rotation to be a little bit more subtle. Let's make the flip scale 60. And let's make the sway like 20. Hmm. Times 1.5. Let's slow it down a little bit. For making the movement more subtle, I don't want to make it half speed per se. Alright. I like it, I like it. Now I need a title. We can probably go for a simple white text at the top. Maybe with a little stroke. Maybe. Let's see here. Level up menu. We need text title. Text title. Equals FN position sub. Trying to think about where this needs to be. I should just do -y and then add from there. Okay. Sub FN new sub -y plus, we'll say 200. Why? Oh. Whoops. UI text. There we go. Game width over 2. With text title. Okay, before I finish this, I need to use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom, and I am thirsty as hell. I will probably, no, we can go to the AFK screen. And I'll run ads. What do you mean I can't run ads? Oh, I guess we've ran ads recently. Damn, for real? Okay, what if I check it on my browser? I bet Chrome will let me run 3 minutes of ads, even though I just ran them like 15 minutes ago. Fuck! What the hell? Fine. Fine, Twitch, be that way. I tried to be helpful for you. I see how it is. Alright. I'll just hit the BRB screen. Okay. Back to it. Let's see. Defont equals ft fancy. D-line equals fa center. We'll do center on both. Image x scale equals 2. Scale equals image x scale. Released from the shitten, indeed. Let's see, we have the font, we have the alignment, we have the size. Image blend equals C white. And we need the stroke. So grab this. Oh, duh, we also need to set the text. The text equals CC ally blue. .5 will probably do the trick. Draw GUI inherit event. That might be an issue, actually. This would be... Whoops, bumped the mic. This would be a little silly, but it should get the job done. I need to set font effect. I don't remember which UI object did that before that I can grab it from. Cut-in did it, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Got this. With, we want text title. Font effect. Form EV draw. Okay. And then we run everybody's draw event again. So it's slightly redundant, but not the end of the world. Let's see how this looks. That's strange. It does not look like... It does not look like the right color stroke, assuming the stroke is there at all. I think it is. It's also a little low. I'd bring it up a little bit. Plus 150. What am I missing? With text title. We're setting the font effect. Setting the outline color to ally blue. Set this shit to 5 so it's giga exaggerated. This is text title. What am I missing? Oh, I can see that it's blue. It's just behind the background. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Oh man, there's not really a good way around that. That's quite annoying. I I guess it's not a huge deal to also have it uh on the options here. I guess I'll live. All right. We'll do this. False. Or wait a minute. I'm silly. I just need to do this afterwards. Duh. My ass is not using my brain. Okay, we set this to 1.5. And then we're golden. There we go, much better. I do want the font to be bigger, and we spread out that kerning. Do a little bit of this. We'll make this like 3. I feel like probably 4 is what I want. But I may need to get rid of the extra kerning if I do that. No, as a matter of fact, I don't like how that looks. I changed my mind. I think that struck down to 1 for sure. Maybe even less. That's probably fine. Probably. Maybe a little bit smaller. It's a tad obnoxious. 3.5? See how that looks? Pretty sure I tried 3 and it was like, oh, that's too small. Yeah, okay. I fuck with that. Okay. Now, Button level up. D font equals FT fancy. Div align equals FA bottom. Text description equals FN position sub. Or should I make this... No, this can be separate. It's probably going to take some coordinating. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. FN new sub UI text, and we'll put this, I don't know, at 20 with text description. D align equals FA left. Div align equals FA top. Relative alpha equals false for reasons. I don't quite remember, but I'm doing it with the main, so I might as well do it with description. Text description dot d text equals description line description. I don't know why that doesn't look like a word to me right now. Description line 2. Let's see how this looks. Okay. I see. I can work with that. First of all, you are too far to the right. How do I change that? X plus equals negative 200. Just to see if this works. Because I know I have to be precarious about changing coordinates of UI elements. Okay, that does not appear to have worked. This is... Are you sending your coordinates here? No. Text main.x. Text main.y plus 20. This is a parent. This is a child of UI menu. Button, sorry, button. What am I missing? It's not changing the position here anywhere. Is it the draw GUI here? No. Hmm. Fn position sub. Negative 200. 0. Let's see if this works. That does not appear to have worked. What if we do like 2000? Let's get real drastic with it just to see if I can get it to disappear. Nope. Okay, it's completely ignoring that. Okay. How do I fucking move you around, dude? You know what it might be? What's creating the level up menu? Hang on. No, it's not that. It's not positioned here either. What the fuck? X plus HBox 1. X equals plus equals negative 500. What if I put it here? Nothing. Why can't I move the text? What is happening? Is it here? Is it in... with super? Button X equals X. Okay, so it is here. Menu button, which would be owned by the level up code here. What does your update event look like? So what if I change the level up code here? Which means I need an X value as well. Okay, okay. Var X equals negative 200. X equals X. We need to place the title here. Game width over 2 plus negative X. I have to place the card too. And that sets its own position on the screen, but that's okay. Because at least I know I can change that. Okay. That's better. Except now all of the shit is fucked up. Okay. Okay. I can probably do something about that. Let's see. I have a new sub. Negative X. Menu buttons have H-box. Is that the... No. Polyfill is what I'm looking for. Okay. Polyfill is what I need to change. Polyfill.x plus equals negative X. See if that does the trick. It kinda did it. Oh, I see. It did it for the buttons, not for the body. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. I also probably don't want to move it this far, but we'll fix that later. PolyBG, polybody. Polybody.x plus equals negative X. This is so fucking messy. Oh god. I did not consider how weirdly I programmed the menus to fit a very specific purpose. Okay. So I want these to be... a little bit further to the right. Let's try 150. And then I probably need to move the card graphic over just a smidge as well. Yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, we'll move the card... probably like 40. Let's see. Plus negative 40. And then we have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with this. Hmm. Let me see. Let me see if this does anything. Now I have to play the guessing game of how the fuck to reposition the description text. Okay, that's nowhere to be found. Let me try setting it to 0 and see where it shows up. Okay, that's there. So if I set you to 50, does that push you in the opposite direction? I have no idea why it would do that. But at least it would tell me something. No, it pushes you in the right direction. It's doing that, it's doing that duplication shit again. So I don't want to do 500 because that pushes it way too far. We do 200? See where that puts me. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think it's multiplying it. I think it was just a major coincidence that 500 had it, like, directly behind the card. Silly me. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. But what if instead, what if I just put you in here? Wouldn't that be crazy? It's supremely goofy, but if this works, it would be a way to keep the position consistent. Because for some reason, just grabbing the X value was not working. Yeah, look at that. I think I know why just grabbing the X value wasn't working, but I'm not sweating it. It's goofy, but fuck it, it works. However, there's also another tactic I can try. This should work, but I feel like I say that about everything that I type. If I go into the step event, and then text description.x equals text main.x, and then do the same for y. Theoretically, this should do the same thing. There is no reason why this wouldn't work. Perfection. I would like the description to be a little bit higher up. So do -10. Yeah, I think that'll do. Then I also need to copy the color. Let's have the description be a little bit further back. ±20. Text description.image blend equals text main.image blend. There we go. Now we're talking. Maybe I want it the other way. Do +40. Hmm. Text x equals 0. I would like to test something. We'll leave this as it is. Text x. Okay. Now I have to figure out. What if I do this? Text main dot x. We do it after an update. If an update. Will this work? Might have the sneaking suspicion it's gonna crash. Okay, it didn't crash, but it sure as fuck didn't work. Annoying. Text x equals 0. What I can do is go here. Polybody. FN super update equals FN update. Update equals function FN super. And then array button for actually, I should be able to do an array for each. Array for each. Array button. And then value index. Okay. I with text x equals text main.x. This should work. Assuming the update function is getting called the way that I think that it is. It's been a while, so who fucking knows? It did not work. What the fuck do you mean it didn't work? Do I have to manually call update afterwards? Is that what's happening? If this doesn't work, oh my god, what the fuck happened? Okay, that's it. I'm over it, dog. We're just gonna do it the way that it was before. Don't need you. We just grab text main's x value. It's fine. But that does mean I probably do want it pushed forward a little bit, like so. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, I think I fuck with that. We'll probably push it forward 50, honestly. Okay. We have a pretty swanked out looking menu. I think I'll call it here because the next thing that I need to do is to actually have values to put in these buttons and then make the buttons actually do things when you click on them. And that's definitely going to be a whole ordeal in its own right. So now is a great place to call it a night. I very much like how our menus look in here. Feels great. Between the XP screen and the skill select screen, feeling pretty good. Snooze those ads whilst I look for someone to raid. Let's see who's on. Well, well, well. You'll never fucking guess who's doing more Zelda. As always, I like to support smaller streamers, so if you're coming with me on this raid, remember to be nice. You can be little gremlin bastards if you want, but be nice about it. And most importantly, give the streamer a chance to shine, give them a chance to show their stuff, and until tomorrow, which is not going to be more game dev, much to my chagrin, but I am going to be on Happy Hour again. So that's nice. I always love hanging out with Duke and our fantastic guests every month. So looking forward to that. You can catch me on Duke's channel tomorrow. Till then, thank you Foul, thank you Brooke, thank you Monster, thank you McVin, thank you Mino, thank you Rug, thank you Jade. Nazo and or Board might have been here at the start, just in case. Thank you too as well. I know you all are regulars. If I did miss anybody else, I do apologize. But until tomorrow, similar time, similar place for different stuff, I will see y'all next time.